Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another pre-market watch list here today inside the boiler room. So exciting, exciting, exciting. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. As I did mention over the weekend that we would be doing and last week that we would be doing a free trial for all this week. So basically from today until Friday, you guys will have access to our live trading room throughout the whole day. You can watch me trade live, things like that. So the first link in the description of this video through Zoom will allow you to join into our live trading room. So if you want to join in after this pre-market watch list on YouTube, you feel free to do so. If you want to join in right now, feel free to do so. Okay, guys? So we're going to go ahead and get rocking and rolling. So once again, first link in the description below will bring you into the live trading room. So after this pre-market watch list, you guys can join in and tune in till about 11 o'clock every single day throughout this week. So good morning, traders. Let's get rocking and rolling. Okay, now, so let's go ahead and start sharing the screen. KKK. Alrighty. All right, traders. So here we are, good to go. So today's watch list so far, what we've been able to come up with is a few good stocks. We'll mention some stocks from last week that were doing pretty well. We'll do a little brief overview of the market today, give you kind of an idea as far as where that is at. All right, guys. So here we go. So one of the main stocks that I will first be focusing on is TTD. TTD is one of them. So if you're not familiar, TTD on Friday had a really, really big gap up, and it continued up all day long. Okay, so again, we had a huge gap up on TTD. Looking at, let's do like a 5-day chart. On a 5-day chart, you'll see the huge gap up and the run continuing up. So again, since this thing had such heavy volume on Friday and the fact that it gapped up so big, oh, wrong screen. Oh, gotcha. 1 second. Wait, there we go. Gotcha. There we go. So TTD gapped up really big on Friday. Okay. So this thing does have the possibility to continue running. All right. So again, when stocks gap up and then they run, they continue running, and then they close up very, very high. Right? And they close up really, really high or close up on the day without giving back any of their gains, they have a strong possibility of continuing to run. So as long as TTD can hold above this $76 area, I would be long bias on this stock, okay? Because so far it's holding up a pretty good support off of 76. We tapped it once and we're still holding up. So TTD may continue up today based on the good day it had Friday. There might be enough momentum to continue causing the stock to run up. All right, that's long bias. On the flip side, this thing is up really, really big into a 52-week high. It's very possible that we're going to see TTD start coming down here, maybe today, and if not today, maybe in the coming days. All right, so again, 90% of the time when stocks gap up or down, at some point they tend to fill that gap. So again, if you look at this daily chart, you'll realize that TTD is up very big. So there's a lot of room that we could see this stock come down. So do keep that in mind, that not only could we be long bias for right now, we could easily be flipping short bias here very soon on this stock. All right. So on to the next, TTD. On to the next one is SYMC. So SYMC on Friday gapped down from $30 all the way to $18. So that's $12 a share, and it's more like $11 a share. It gapped down. All right. So SYMC is starting to push back up. So there was a lot of short selling that took place on Friday. I do believe it might be on SSR. I'd have to double check. I'm not positive. But regardless, this huge gap down, it didn't drop down below really $19. Briefly dropped to $18.85 and then back up. And now you can see it's starting to pick up here pre-market and starting to squeeze. So this one does run the possibility of having a nice run up today. All right, let's look at like a 1-minute chart here. So you can see it's starting to push up. The higher it keeps going up pre-market, the less I become interested. I become less interested to the long side, the higher and higher it goes up pre-market. So some things you got to think about, right? Look at where the price is right now. Look at this area. So on Friday pre-market, it had a little bit of resistance when it tried to pop up to this $20, $21 mark. So you could draw a line across from here and you'll see that that's basically where the stock is stopping right now, right? It popped up almost to 21, right into 2075, which was a previous resistance, right? So if this 2075 area doesn't break, you might be able to justify opening up a short position with a move down closer to $20 today. If this can hold up, we could have a nice pop and run over 2075, approaching 21. And then the next resistance would be somewhere up in this 2120, 2130 area. So do note, the reason this is moving up is there's a lot of short selling taking place. And now that the stock is moving back up, some of these short sellers are squeezing out and a lot of long biased traders are starting to come in because this is starting to grab attention. As you can see, it's already starting to push higher. So SYMC is going to be on a strong, strong watch list today. All right. So definitely keep that in mind. All right. So SYMC, that's going to be one of my go-to plays for today. Now let's talk about HEAR. So HEAR, everybody's familiar with by now. The stock's been flying. Regardless, it's very extended. All right. It's very, very extended. A lot of short sellers were trying to push it down Friday and they kept squeezing the stock up because there was just nobody selling. Nobody was selling on this massive runner. So whenever people tried to get in short, they were really just battling against all the short sellers trying to push it down and they kept squeezing each other out. And that's why it kept flying up. All right. So as I stated earlier in our private group is that you can see here on HEAR that it has support right around this, what was that, like 1550? And you can see has yet to break 1550. So if this area holds up, we could see another squeeze on HEAR. All right, so we're watching HEAR long bias just in case, right? It is very extended, but if it does hold true on this support level, we could see some more short sellers start squeezing out and squeeze the stock up again. I do, for a fact, believe that HEAR is at its top, right? It's had a massive run, and it really should be coming down. So if you're newer to trading, it's probably best to stay away from it. If you're a little bit experienced, you'd know what I'm talking about. But again, at this point in time, HEAR is more susceptible, or it's a higher risk trade to the long side because it's been running for so long and it's been up so big that there's actually more of more downside potential than there is upside. But there may still be a short intermediate trade you could take to the long side. So that's kind of what we're watching, is to see if it can hold support on this like 1520, 1530 level and then squeeze up again. All right, so that's one. Now, the next one would be that I will talk about is BLNK. The reason I'll talk about BLNK is because it somehow still seems to make some nice moves in here. So again, what's happening with BLNK is very similar to kind of HEAR. It's up really big from $1 all the way to $6. There's a bunch of short sellers that keep trying to push the stock down. And when it doesn't go down, they keep getting squeezed out, right? So if BLNK pops up and it does this again, it does this consolidation, right? Like that, you know, pay attention to it because it might in fact have another one of these squeezes, right? Something like that or something like that. So we're just simply watching BLNK. BLNK isn't my favorite play, but it's something to note because it does continuously make some nice moves. And right now it's actually trending up. So if it trends up and kind of breaks out over that pattern right there, we could see a nice run even up to $7 a share. Okay, so BLNK is also on the watch list today. All right, so there's that one. Another one we'll be actually now watching, which was noted by one of our members, is TWLO. TWLO, I'm thinking short biased. If you look at this yearly chart, you can see it's up pretty big. So it has moved up really big. And if you look at like a 5-day chart, you'll see that it looks similar to this. Let me change this down and go over to here. So we had a nice move. We're up, we're up, we're up, we're up, we're up. And now it's just plateaued. Gap down. Gap down. Probably going to do that today. Okay, you see that again. We're up. We move up again. We can't go higher. We gap down. We go red. Gapping down again. Boom. Probably going to see TWLO have a red day, so we will be watching TWLO short today. Okay. Now let's talk about the stock market. So the SPY. Okay. Ooh. All right, so the market. So the market has been moving up for 7 days now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days in a row, the market's gone up, and we haven't seen a red day. All right. We have broken through the trend line resistance. Okay, so we're through that. Now we're coming up to the 275 area. We're at 274. So it's very possible that today we're going to see the market squeeze up closer to 274, maybe even 275, and then we'll start coming down. Right now, all I'm saying is the market's been up for 7 days. We're more susceptible to having a red day than we are a green days at this point. So start thinking a little short bias on the market. Things you could do with this are playing option puts, things like that. But in reality, what I'm getting at is since we're so high in the market, we might have a red day on the market, which in turn will affect some of these bigger stocks like BABA, Tesla, Facebook, things like that. These stocks, we might start seeing a red day on them as well because they tend to follow suit with the stock market. Okay. So those are the main plays: TTD, SYMC, keeping an eye on HEAR, keeping BLNK on the back burner. And then watching all the tech stocks as well. Now, here's another stock. MYO is a penny stock today. That's, oh, hold on. It's starting to pop up, right? You can see this from 3 to 4. So there's probably some news associated with this. Okay, so it does have some news this morning. The stock is starting to squeeze. So this may, in fact, turn into a stock that could be a big runner. All right. If you look at the daily chart, resistance for the 200 moving average is right at 472. The stock right now is at 409, 410, 415. So it's running right up into resistance right now. So with that being said, I don't necessarily think it has too much more room to run. It could run up to 475, but 475 is resistance. Okay. So for some of you that like penny stocks, you could keep MYO on your watch list today. Exactly, Francisco, right? So stocks like this, they get heavily shorted. When news comes and they start moving up, they're going to start squeezing out pretty hard. Okay. Clear that out. So MYO is a possibility. Another one I'll be watching is MU. MU we talked about earlier too. So if you look at MU's yearly chart, MU's had a nice run. It popped up. It broke over 52. Right? It broke over 52. It's been able to hold 52 as a support. So if, in fact, MU comes down today and does not break down 52, we might be able to consider taking a position long on it. So watch MU today as it's coming down and see if it starts holding support around $52. And then we might be able to look to getting into a long position. Okay. Granted, you have to remember that when stocks or stocks like MU, Facebook, Apple, things like that, those stocks, they tend to follow the same direction as the stock market. So if the stock market's going up, it will help drive these bigger price stocks like that up as well. Okay. So do keep that in mind. what else is going on? I mean, those are really the main stocks I'm watching. I don't really know much more than that. I mean, there's some other, I mean, like, yeah, there's Tesla. I mean, here's the deal, guys. I always, on a daily basis, watch Tesla, watch Nvidia, I watch Baba, I watch Facebook, Apple, MU, Boeing, and Caterpillar. Those are like the main stocks I watch every single day. Why do I watch them? Well, for example, look at this. Caterpillar went from 156 to a low of 154. So that's a almost $3 move in the day, right? $3 a share. Watch, what is it? Facebook? Was it Facebook that did that? Yeah, look at Facebook. Look at the short. Look at Facebook from 188 down to like 180, like 186.30. So $2 a share and right there. I mean, those stocks tend to make really good moves throughout the day at some point. Okay. BSX. Let me see. So it looks like it actually got a price target raise. You could watch it. It's a big gap down. The chart trades really choppy though. If you look at this, it's up and down with a lot of long and lower wicks. So it's not the easiest readable chart. You could watch it. I mean, again, I don't necessarily feel it's going to be maybe the best trade. I know you're sitting there under a class action lawsuit. So yeah, you could watch it for reasons like that. But not only maybe they're a class action lawsuit, but they do have news. They actually get a price target increase, which is kind of interesting, to be honest. So again, that's primarily the whole watch list today. Nothing too much more than that. All right. So CHEK. Yeah, CHEK did exactly what we said it would do. It would come right back down, right? Oh wait, that's not the chart I want, like a 20-way one. Right, this is exactly what we called. Pop up, drop, squeeze, all the way back down to where it started. Arguably, you could consider getting in long. Right now, it's at support. So right now, actually may not be a bad idea to buy it because for a fact, there's a lot of short sellers that are probably still hanging around in the stock. So if they start squeezing out, we could have a nice pop on CHEK. So actually, that's probably not a bad one to keep on the watch list here in the coming days, maybe. But it would need some type of news to get that price moving back up for us. All right. So again, guys, that's it. That's all I got for you today on the morning watch list. So I hope that helps. A lot of some pretty good stocks here today to pay attention to. So once again, right? So for all of you guys joining in, right? If you're new, if you're not new, the first link in the description, right? Go to the first link in the description of this video. It's labeled 5-day free trial, no credit card, no registration required. There's the link. It's called Zoom. That link is going to bring you into our live trading room today and tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. So all week long, you can join into Boiler Room Trading's private live trading room all day for this whole week for free. All right. If you like what you see, of course, you can always join us, right? With that being said, make sure to use the first link in this video. You'll be able to join into our live trading room. The live trading room will go to about 11 o'clock today, almost 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. So once again, first link in the description, use that and join into our live trading room. I hope to see you in there. All right, guys, take care. Maybe take care.